Niall, over the last 2 days, how much have you got out of these, I suppose, experimental rules trials, but in terms of playing for your province also?
Playing for the province is massive. I've said it before, getting to play for Ulster, getting to play for Ireland. You know, we don't get loads of opportunities to do it. Like, you know, you see, and like, obviously we don't like to always compare to soccer and rugby and stuff, but they're getting loads of opportunities to represent higher things. And, you know, coming from your club to represent Tyrone's unbelievable. But, like, it's funny, I got a couple of messages from, I suppose, older people, you know, last night after the match saying how great it was and all the best for tomorrow. And you're sort of going, like, could they not bring us sort of back? And I know the GPA and stuff were saying, like, we took away the pre-season competitions. We can't take them away and then slide something else in. But I think I've been out of club football now maybe 6 or 7 weeks. So there might be something to do with if players have been out for a certain amount of time. They could maybe
work it in that way.
Work it in that way. Like, but there's conversation to be had, I suppose. But getting to play for Ulster is class. Getting to play for Ulster in Croke Park, even better.
Yeah, and you had some squad and some management team as well. I know this is not your decision, Niall, but is there also a conversation to be had to bring back the McKenna Cup in pre-season? And I know the GPA, and I know you're heavily involved, they have a stance on that. Certainly for the prospect of trying these rules out further.
I'm not a fan of bringing them back for the simple reason is once you charge people into a game, you must perform. You know, and if they're going to put these rules in, why not? Like, and people are saying, "Oh, you're going to play friendlies anyway." I know, but we can play friendlies at 420 minutes. Everybody can get loads of game time. You can try different stuff out. You can play different systems. You know, and there's no repercussions if things don't work out. Whereas, you know, if you rock up to a McKenna Cup game and you've paid £10, £12 to get in, and the players aren't performing, you're going, "Oh, here we go again this year," and the players just feel that wee bit of pressure. So I'm not a fan of bringing them back this year. You know, again, there might be conversations down the line again, but I think at the minute, you know, I think it suits better to let us have our friendly games and go at it that road.
I think no matter what system is out there, somebody like you is going to be fine. But are you a fan of what's been experimented this weekend? Did you think it was badly needed? And do you think many of these rules will stick?
Badly, yeah, definitely badly needed. You know, we had to do something. It was great for me because I was getting to come up the pitch at my leisure and getting the ball and get loads of touches, but it did get to the stage where you're coming out nearly and saying, like, you know, you could have done this yourself, you know, why didn't you push forward? And it just slowed the game down a wee bit too much. So definitely something had to be done. And, you know, is it a case of saying, look, put them all in now and we can see what it's like after the league and review it then? Or is it a case of doing a big review now? But it's kind of hard to see, you know, the games, did they matter loads? Yes, you wanted to win, of course you wanted to win, but you know, whenever there's that wee bit more jeopardy of a league game and you're going, I'm not going to force that kick pass, or I'm not going to... So it'll be interesting to see how the teams sort of merge it come the league, and then maybe it's a case of reviewing after that.
A lot of the positive talk has been the 3-3 and the tap, the solo and go. Yeah. Now, just with regard to the kick out, the speed of getting the kick away is really livened up the game. People say, should it have to go beyond the 45? Can that be applied at club level? I suppose these things will sort themselves out down the line as well.
Yeah, that's a rule that it's been irking me for a long time. I've been on to a number of referees. Yeah. You know, why do I have to wait for everybody to outpass me whenever there's a free kick on and, like, we're looking to speed the game up and you're making me slow down?
And players are making runs ahead of you.
Yeah, and so, like, I love the fact that I can get out and I can get it away. And crossing the 40-metre arc, look, it's great tonight. That's probably the only rule that I'm sort of thinking... You know, and I've mentioned it before, you know, down in, you know, a pitch where there's a big breeze and the odd team push up and then you lose that wee bit of skill. But look, again, if it's something that has to be trialled and we give it a go, and then again, if at the end of the league it doesn't work, we can review it or whatever way it works. But it's, look, something had to give, and, you know, obviously there's smart men in charge of doing the review. They put a lot of time and effort into it, so... You know, I suppose we maybe have to trust them on it.
Last question before I release you into the night. As regards the squad and the players you played against them with, are they overall positive about what we've seen this weekend? You know, what's the mood like among players?
I think, look, there's always a reluctancy from people that are used to doing things, and not always, change isn't always good. But, you know, I suppose it's easy for me coming from Tyrone that we have nothing to defend. We had 3 poor years there, so a bit something different for us might work. It might spur us on again. It might end up in the same way. You could be talking to me next year and I could be saying these rules are horrible. Scrap them all. Keep the penalty shootouts, by the way. But we might, look, not everybody's going to be happy. But no matter what you do, is everybody going to be happy? If you go back to the way it was, are people going to be happy? So sometimes people are just going to have to get annoyed about it, and unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be.
Incredible going out the field and between the posts. Well done, Niall.
Thank you.